Value is not something that is written on the stone and can't be changed forever at any cost, because by the following of time, value can be transformed into a better new one when the previous value is considered to be no longer valued to achieve the standard of welfare, in which we believe that the standard that should be used by a rational authority is a universal standard of welfare that can be implemented to everyone without inflicting any harm and right violation to the society, rather than personal value or certain communal value that is very subjective and mostly based on irrationality. So, that is why we still strongly believe if it is okay for the government to impose this banning regulation in order to change the previous value of the society, we believe it is okay to harm yourself as long as you can get the definition of happiness under your subjective irrational standard. As Deputy Prime Minister of the affirmative side of the House, I have 2 points of contention that I'm going to analysis. One point, from the perspective of harm and benefit analysis, allowing a society harmful personal choice would only shift the perspective of the society to consider an irrational process of decision to harm yourself as an acceptable populist value. Rationality versus irrationality. We believe that the process of rationality is determined from the capability of this individual to leave aside his personal feeling and put his logic above anything, and weighing the harm and the risk. If his logic is being blind by his personal feeling, then the decision that he made should no longer have the qualification to be considered as a rational decision. If this issue was being ignored by the government, then the rationality definition among the society will be developed to a more negative way. That it would be a populist radical policy to put his logic behind and to put his personal feeling in front of anything else, which will sadly be considered as a process of rationality. Irrationality will only lead this individual to perform a self-illusion toward their basic human right. In this case, we still strongly believe that a violation of human right is still a violation of human right. No matter blindly happy you are when you are sacrificing your basic human right for the sake of the respecting the perspective of this irrational value. And we believe that it would be the obligation of the government to stop you from making a poor irrational decision toward your life. To point, from the perspective of harms and benefit analysis, government has the obligation to advancing society change to a better course that provide a more protection of human rights rather than letting the society to feel happy by harming their basic right and expecting the society to realize about this wrong decision and to change this value someday, which only God knows when. There are two big categories on which the society in a country will transform their communal value or even the government system. The first category is a transformation that happens from the top, the government, to the bottom, society. And the second one is a transformation that happens from the bottom, the society, and to the top, the government. Um, Meanwhile, top government to the bottom, society transformation happens when it is the society will commit a communal practice that eventually harming the providing of their basic right. Even though the society said it this was based on their value of culture, but as a rational authority, the government should stop the society to keep on harming themselves by still doing their harmful personal choice activity. Just if the result of the rational conclusion indicate that a certain value needs to be considered to be replaced under the reason of the massive harm that it may inflict to the practitioner, then the government as the authority has the right and even obligation to limit or even eliminate the existence of this harmful and irrational cultural and personal practice. Okay, thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.